Hey guys, Mayor here, and you're probably wondering why you can't see my luscious face today. It's because I'm here with my friend Aidan to talk about a movie we have both seen. Say hi, Aidan.
Hi, Aidan.
Really, you're going to start off with that joke?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is going to be a long podcast, guys. Video. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the movie Ex Machina. Now, if anyone hasn't seen that movie, why haven't you seen that movie?
It's pretty badass.
It is pretty good. The idea of the story is that a young coding employee of a company gets told he has won a first place in some coding competition that year.
I say it's just been like a look at the draw competition, like
Yeah,
a
something like
story of
that.
the month kind of thing.
Basically, the prize was he gets to spend a week with the CEO of the company, and he had no idea what he was going to be doing, so he was flown out to this secluded forest area, and he was actually dropped in the middle of nowhere and had to walk to the house where he was going to be spending the week. Was not meted by the CEO. He had to go into the house on his own, which was kind of creepy, to be honest, even though it was a nice house. Anyway, he met up with the guy. The guy's name was Nathan. Seemed pretty cool. Seemed kind of down to earth. He wasn't like this generic, kind of goofy, nerdy guy. He was pretty normal. Got there and he was doing his workouts and...
Yeah, you're like, oh, the muscles on that guy.
And he was like,
Just,
no.
just him. Yeah.
So, anyway, the story was basically about the young coding employee whose name was Callum. He had to take part in what is known as the Turing test.
Yeah.
Now, I know very little about the Turing test. So,
I know a bit.
So, I was going to say, so Aidan was going to tell you what the Turing test is. So,
The Turing test, made by Alan Turing, who got arrested, so, rest in peace, brother, is a test where a human would go up against the computer and have a normal conversation. The human doesn't know if the computer is human or a computer. If a computer passes the Turing test, it means it was able to convince the human that it's human. I don't know if that makes sense. It's kind of weird to explain.
it made sense. Basically, what Aidan was trying to say was that if the computer can convince, in this case, Callum, that it's not a computer, it is a human, then it passes the test. Essentially, it's artificial intelligence, and quite an intelligent one at that. But anyway, that's the whole plot of the story, is that he keeps going with meetings with this AI known as Ava, and actually ends up kind of, for want of a better term, falling in love with the AI.
Pretty much, yeah.
To the point where he tries to help her escape. Now, you would think that this is a really nice kind of love story about, getting past, surface level looks, because she does look like a computer.
Oh, hell no. That's where you're wrong.
She kind of does look like a computer. At the start, anyway.
Yeah.
Until she puts on clothes and, stuff, she has all the mechanisms and stuff, and you can see it.
You can see it, but that's just to show the viewer that she's a computer.
Anyway, so... Yeah, there were basically that's where the movie went with that. I'm not going to spoil the ending on you guys, because if you haven't seen it, then...
You already kind of did.
Well, I kind of didn't.
Put a spoiler alert in the front.
It's fine.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
I didn't really spoil it. I'm just saying, watch it. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. It took me forever to watch it, and when I finally did watch it, Aidan was just kind of like, wait, you're only watching it now?
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out, and oh my god, best day of my life, one of them. It's one of the best films I've seen, probably. Best indie film, at least.
Okay. Basically, now to go into the part that I usually go into is the critiquing and praising of the movie, which Aidan will then obviously, have his own opinions and have his own thoughts on it. One of the main problems I did have with it was some of the characters were underdeveloped. Now, there weren't many characters in the movie. Actually, now that I think about it, there were only 4 characters at best.
Four main characters.
Yeah.
And even one of them didn't talk that much.
Yeah, one of them was...
Just another AI.
Just another AI which actually is kind of creepy when you say it, was Nathan's fuck buddy. Yes.
Much, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
He fucked an AI. Now, that's...
it explains more in the story, in the film.
Yeah, it sounds weird us saying it, but it's explained in the movie.
Yeah.
Quite vividly explained.
Very vividly.
My problem was it was very underdeveloped, and one of the problems, when I say underdeveloped, I mean all we know about Callum, who is the main character, who was played by Donald Gleeson, an actual actor who I only realised pretty recently was quite accomplished.
Yeah, very accomplished. He was in Brooklyn, he was in many Oscar-nominated films.
But his character was very poorly explained. Like, the start of the movie is quite literally sitting in the office, in the workplace, and he gets his email. All we know is he codes.
We don't hear him speak until about 20 minutes in.
And even then, it's a case of, you're not going to leave me here to the helicopter,
Yeah.
like, pilot. Ava is actually probably the best thing about the movie. Character-wise, anyway.
I disagree.
Why? Who do you think is?
I think Nathan is the best.
In...
I like, in sense of a character, being the best character.
Why?
Because it's just the way that he develops throughout the film. Ava kind of, she starts off like, oh, I'm a robot, this is what I am. Then she kind of slides Callum into thinking, oh yeah, I'm human, I have a conscience, I can do whatever. Nathan just starts off mellow and then just get crazier and crazier throughout the film, and that's really hard to do it in after.
I suppose that's a fair point. Never actually thought about that. Like, yeah, I know. I that's a fair point. Actually, I actually have no, rebuttal against that. Still think Ava was probably the best thing about the movie, considering.
Actually, it was really good.
Considering the actress who played her, Alicia Vikander, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right.
Vikander.
It must be very hard to play someone who
not even have a full conscience.
Yeah, someone who knows that they're not human, but at the same time too thinks they are. Now that's hard for me to wrap my head around.
It's more like she plays a character who thinks she's human, who has an idea of emotions yet doesn't have emotions.
Like, even in they called them sessions, but like in the small meetings between Callum and Ava, she was asking him a lot of questions about himself, asking him very deep questions as does he think he's a good person, and what was his earliest memory, and was calling him out on his lies. It's not what you'd expect from a typical AI movie. Now, I know a lot of people have said to me in the past, when they think of an AI movie, they think of the likes of iRobot or Terminator.
Yeah.
But this was not, a kind of everybody's killing everybody kind of movie. It was very much more
two characters connecting with each other. Well, supposedly connecting with each other.
Now, without trying to, give anything away, we said Callum essentially fell in love with Ava. Now, this is where kind of the thoughts that... Now, just side note, guys. When Aidan asked me when I watched Ex Machina, we had a conversation about AI as a whole. It was mostly to do with the dangers and benefits that it can bring. Now, I can't remember what our main point was. I think it was a case of... Oh yeah, that AI is, for want of a better term, is without a flaw. And if it has any flaws, it will immediately correct it.
Well, or a better way of putting it is, if scientists develop an artificial intelligence that can fix itself by making itself better, it will keep doing that, and then when it's better, it will find more flaws and keep fixing it. And that cycle will continue and continue until there's practically any flaws and it can do anything.
I think the scenario that I gave was that if there was a murder and there were two suspects, a super intelligent artificial intelligence and a human, both are questioned and both are asked the exact same questions. Who is more likely to become nervous and start to show signs of guilt? I don't think it would be the AI. The AI is unfeeling and will just process emotion, whereas a human will actually feel it.
Or the AI may fake emotion just a little bit to help it get away with it.
Yeah, well, that was where the whole idea of the AI thing, and I think that was the kind of like there wasn't really a message with Ex Machina. It was just a movie that people really enjoyed to watch. But I think that's what they were trying to kind of get across, was that Ava was way smarter
than anyone thought,
and even managed to turn other AIs against their creators, which is like not gender.
The plot of every other AI
which is
movie.
Pretty much the plot of every other AI movie, but
they should do a different way. It's a different approach at it.
Now, praising it for what it is, the story is amazing. It's phenomenal. It really is. It's very intriguing, very gripping, and in some parts very heartfelt. To see Callum, now again, not a lot is said about Callum, so we don't know his background all that much. But it's amazing to see him show emotion towards someone. I'm going to say someone because it is trying to prove it's human, that he's barely known for more than a couple of days. it is. I don't know. As to me, the storyline was amazing. I do think Ava was the best character in it. Now, obviously, Aidan said that he thought Nathan was the best character, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nathan had his moments where I was just like, yeah, you're just being a dick now. Where it was like unnecessary dickness. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You English very goodly.
Yeah, English goodly. What else was it? What else about Ex Machina?
Storyline. I suppose it did start off quite slow.
It did set up.
You need to give the film at least about 40 minutes before it really starts getting good.
Because I mean, the first time you see Ava, you are kind of.
Oh yes. That is definitely a robot. There's no way that could.
No, that could pass as human.
No. Another thing, the Turing test wasn't done properly in this film. In a real Turing test, you wouldn't the AI if there wasn't AI. So the fact that Callum was able to do the AI proved that. Well, it doesn't prove anything, but just
it makes it easier to differentiate.
Callum had now become biased with me in the test results unusable.
But even afterwards, even after all the meetings and everything, Nathan would speak to Callum and say, "What do you think?" And Callum would try and take a very analytical and very scientific approach, and Nathan was like, "No, just answer me."
I think Nathan tried to explain why. It's been a while since I've seen the film, but I think he tried to explain why the Turing test was done the way it was. I don't exactly remember.
I think it was a case of Aidan hasn't watched it in a while. I watched it last week.
3 days ago, yeah.
A few days ago, yeah. Nathan said that the reason it was done that way was because if, despite the fact you can see it and you know it's a robot, it can convince you it's human, then it can really pass the test. But there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, and not in the way you'd expect. It's not a case of Ava breaks out and, kills everybody. It's more so I don't know how to describe this perfect. More so she changes mindsets.
Well, that's what we think.
Yeah, that's what we think anyway. We think she personally changed the mindset of a young coding employee who knew it was an experiment and that it was a test. And even he kind of there was one scene that I really don't understand. It was after, I think it was the third meeting with Ava. Third meeting with Ava.
Drunk.
He got kind of drunk. He didn't get drunk, but he got Nathan blind drunk. Stole his key card because that's the way everything worked in that house. They worked on key cards, and found old footage of old tests, old AIs.
Tests had gone wrong.
Yeah, and then went back to his room and cut himself. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I think it was trying to attempt more character development with Nathan. Maybe he had a history of mental illness or.
Maybe, I don't know. Either way.
Then it doesn't bring it up again any later.
It's just it's random, and I don't know. I'll be honest, I kind of cringed at it. I was just like,
it didn't need to be there.
It really didn't need to be there at all. Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to say on Ex Machina?
That one thing, the particular Dorothy scene.
Ah, that one, yes.
That went on a bit too long.
You think for a movie based on an AI that went on a bit too long? I don't know.
Kind of bit. Other than that, yeah.
Okay. To wrap up anyway, because I'm trying to keep these kind of short because it's a pain in the ass to upload these anyways. Ex Machina is a very good movie. Very, very good, and I would highly recommend anyone to watch it. But, as Aidan said, you need to give it a chance in a case that you can't sit down and expect something to happen in the first 10 minutes.
I would give it 40 minutes.
40 minutes max. I think it's I want to say it's about a 2-hour film. It does get very, very good. It gets at times it gets very intriguing and very kind of hard to follow, but once you know what's happening, I think you're fine.
And I highly encourage, after you watch the film, to read up on Alan Turing and the Turing test, because it is a really fascinating subject.
There you have it. So, with that, I shall leave it there, guys, and unfortunately, I'm sorry you can't see my perfect face, but Aidan didn't want to be on camera, which is, fair enough, so I gotta be nice. I did say I would try and get my friends involved in this. So I don't know what the next one's going to be about, or whether I'm going to be doing it alone or with a friend, but I will try and get another one up for you tomorrow, guys. So peace out. Talk to you later. Say bye, Aidan.
Bye, Aidan.